Hey guys, Dave here from the Team FPC, coming at you with a Banlist update. Basically, once every 6 months the Banlist comes out, as you know. But a few weeks before, there's usually a magazine that drops in Japan that basically tells you what the Banlist is going to look like or come very, very close to. We just found an image of the Banlist online. Alex did, and I basically wanted to share it with you guys. So I haven't really analyzed all the words on it yet because I can't read Japanese, but I'm going to try to look up card names because there's more cards on the side, on the right hand side, that are looks to be banned, that aren't just the pictures. Also, I'm going to put the link to the thing down below, so if you guys see anything interesting or hear anything interesting, there's a confirmation for you guys of basically what I saw. So first, I'm going to talk about the banned three, they featured 3 cards on every single, list, but they didn't really, go through every single one. So I'm going to go through the 3 cards that are pictured. The first card that is pictured under the banned, so completely off, no playing it, is Brio. Basically, what this means for a lot of decks is that, especially the old synchro ones, is that synchros are basically dead, except for Lavels, because, well, I'll get to that later. Next card that is going to be banned, Card Destruction. I don't see why it got banned. I mean, Brio, I could see why, because it was pretty good. It was a pretty good of a card, but I don't see why they did that with Card Destruction. I mean, sure, you could, but I don't really see why. Next card that was banned, this is the 3rd card that was banned, that was featured, Mind Control. I can sort of see that because Chaos XYZing is coming out, where you overlay on top of other overlaid other XYZ monsters. So due to that fact, Mind Control becomes a better card. So that's why they had to ban it. I can see that. That's why, I understand the reasoning behind that. So now to the limited Rescue Rabbit. Goodbye Dino Rabbit. The tins are basically worthless. You know, the ones that are coming out soon, yeah. That's whatever. Super Polymerization. That means even though, well, whatchamacallit, Heroes just got a Scurry Dow, the Super Poly is not going to really matter to us that much because they're only going to have 1, and that 1 choice is going to be a lot harder for them to make instead of 3 choices. So, you know, if that comes true, which I believe it should, then we shouldn't be worried about Heroes that much, but it's still potential. Lastly, Dark Magician of Chaos. No one really expected this. I didn't expect it. No one really did. The one thing I have to note upon, though, is that since they did have Dark Magician of Chaos as a picture, but on the left-hand side, where they talk about Abyss Rising and the Prophecy deck, right in that corner, Witch of the Black Forest. What that means to me is that Prophecies are going to get meta, because Dark Magician of Chaos can be special summoned in the Prophecy deck with 1 card known as Temperance of Prophecy. And that card is basically, you normal summon him, you activate a spellbook card, which you run half of your deck filled with them. You activate 1 spellbook card, and you contribute the Temperance to make Demok for free. Literally, it's just a summon and a spell. You can have that all the time, as long as you just run 3 Temperance. So Demok coming back is going to be really scary, along with Witch of the Black Forest, because the Witch of the Black Forest, if I remember correctly, searches Temperance. So that's just going to be scary. So if those 2 cards come true, I can almost guarantee that Prophecies are going to hit meta. Next, the Semi-Limit. Although the Semi-Limit came out, it doesn't really scare me for some reason. First one is 1 for 1. Basically, it's gonna help Lavels a bit. It's gonna help a lot of other cards a bit, but not really. Otherwise, I don't really see 1 for 1 getting played that much, because the only level 1 I see these days is Valor. But I feel it's just gonna help Lavels basically at this point. And give the Saber deck some squishy room, but otherwise, not really much. Next, the Gladiator Beast guy. I forget. It's the green one. The winnings. I feel like it's like Laquari or something like that. But he's coming back to 2. Basically giving GBs a little more freedom, but I don't really see him coming back either. Lastly, Shien to semi-limit. I kind of expected it, because they started throwing a lot of 6-SAM stuff out for fun. Like, they gave them the structure deck, and then they gave them free Shiens in the Right Yellow Mega Pack Special Editions, and then they gave them Beast and Barkion in the Gold Series 5s. And so I kind of expected it, but at the same time, since they don't have Brio, it's not really that scary anymore. What really scares me about Lavels is what's off the list. The one card that's off the list that scares me about Lavels is they made Formula Synchron go to 0. Go to 3. Formula Synchron at 3. You understand that they can make Shooting Quasar Dragon in 1 turn already. Giving them Formula Synchron is basically saying, by the way, have some more draw power. Have fun with it. Because what's going to happen is that, due to this, Hyper Librarian's going to go up, obviously, in price. But they're going to be able to Hyper Librarian, and then if they can do 3 Formula Synchrons off the 1 Hyper Librarian, it's just going to go crazy. Because, I mean, you can plus off of that. And then you can see some play from cards like Tuningware, like, especially when you have the Formula Synchron and the Hyper Librarian, because when you sync with Tuningware to make Formula Synchron, you can go, you draw off of Tuningware, you draw off of Formula Synchron, and then you draw off of Hyper Librarian. So that's a 3-card draw. So Tuningware is going to see a little bit more play. Another 2 cards that are off the list are Necrogardna. That's one of them. Basically, helping the mill decks more, which is going to be fun, but I can't really see it getting played more than 2 in a deck, oddly enough. I mean, it's, maybe. I just feel like there's gonna be a little more need for grave control this format. Lastly, Primal Seed. I never really looked up the effect of Primal Seed, but it's the one where it's like a purple like BLS. It's a spell card. I never really knew the effect, so I can't really say anything about it. So basically, what I pulled off this ban list is Dino Rabbits going to hell, and then Prophecies are going to go up and Lavels are going to go up. It's going to be really scary for those 2 decks, playing against those 2 decks. But I'm gonna just give you 2 tips right now. There's one card that I know that can shut down Prophecies, and it's the spell card Last Day of Witch. Destroys all spellcasters on the field. That's going to be awesome. That might go up because of Prophecies. And lastly, there's the against Lavels. You can't really say much about that. I mean, I don't really know what to counter them unless it's like something that stops synchros or something. That's otherwise Lavels and Prophecies, I would say, are coming to the meta. So say hello to them and get used to them and get accustomed to them, because you're definitely going to see them a lot more. David Chen from the Team FEC, signing out.